Get ready for it. It's coming. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. ZaiZoe here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe, like, and share button. I hate bugging you every time, but just click that subscribe, alright? And this Strat is giving me an extreme amount of issues at the moment. It is a good Strat. I tried it back when the Electro Dragons first came out. I gave myself one for my Town Hall 3. I did an attack. I got a 50%, but I didn't really know what to do with it. And my good buddy Harrison, I'm giving him the credit on this one, perfecting it and getting it down to where it should be. I will explain the procedure. You just watch and follow along. It is getting to be a problem, though, in the aspect of we need donators. If you're out there and you're at Town Hall 11, you got some Electro Dragons, could you please stop by 8.9? If you're a Town Hall 12 and you got some Electro Dragons, can you please stop by 8.9? We seem to be having issues getting enough of these suckers into the clan. Everybody has switched over from it, which is also not good for the Town Hall 9's donation ratios, because it is going to throw everything out to whack if guys are only requesting troops. Mainly only other town halls except us can get, so we should keep that in mind a little bit. Also, don't forget those little suckers are costly. If you're being a greedy little glutton and you're just non-stop going at it, I mean, we're gonna sink these guys down loot, so try to, I mean, use it when you can. Maybe you don't really need it till you get up like a lot higher, till you're trying to start actually, you know, taking these bases more than you're taking 9s and 10s. Which doesn't really happen till 5k. So basically, we got Colt here dropping out that first air defense using the normal procedure, going to drop down the Zap Zap Quake and then going to put the heroes down with the Golem. Send them in under a rage. That rage a little bit too far back. You basically want just the edge of the round circle touching the Golem, so that after that point, he works his way through and maximizes as much as he can from that spell. And yep, that's exactly what's going to happen to that Barb King. No idea why he decided to go down and not up and around, but that's what's going to happen. And Colt's going to throw that E-Drag down up at the top up there. I'm a little bit out of focus, I believe. Here he comes. He's coming in there and dropping down that rage on the E-Dragon. We will get some better. I do not know why I'm slightly out of placement there. But as you can see, using that other rage, so what we've done, or what Harrison's done, or what's been done, is a modification of spells and troops. Some guys are now carrying their own Golem, sending the Golem in with the hero still under the rage. That stays the same. The only difference now is they are getting the E-Dragon in their spell, eliminating their one of their two hastes. Guys carrying the hastes, they're knocking out those to replace it with another rage. So basically, they're going to have one haste, 2 rage, 2 lightning, and an EQ in that CC. That's how it's going to go. Same way again. Going to drop them heroes down. Not exactly things going probably the way planned there. And no. Okay, that didn't quite work. Cade says, okay, well, we're going to send in a loon. And no. Okay, well, we're going to send in another loon. And no. I'm not sure if it was the loons or if it was those golems that whacked it there, but one of them got it. So that's pretty much how they're doing it now. Just a slight change of the baby loons strat. Basically tweaking those CC a little bit. Switching the troops around. Switching the spells around. And as you can see, that E-Drag does a lot of damage. Now, you want to use the E-Drag before the Eagle Artillery is going to trigger. Otherwise, I mean, it does a lot of damage. That E-Drag is really slow. Even under a rage, it's slow. However, you also want to drop it where a lot more defense are touching each other. If there's big gaps between stuff, you're going to take one building at a time, sometimes a couple. Sometimes it'll stretch over a little bit of a gap through the wall, but not always. So keep that in mind. You know, you want to drop that E-Dragon where it's going to maximize its damage. Try not to set it onto an air defense, although in some situations that may be what you got to do. So I'm hoping my own people from the clan will also watch this video, and they will also understand that the extreme amount of hopping isn't good. There really is no need for a co-leader to hop out to grab a troop. You're a co-leader. Go into global and find somebody and invite them in. Same as an elder. I mean, there's really no need if you're an elder to jump out to get an E-Dragon. Also, everyone should keep in mind how long things take to cook. Do not be demanding troops in under the amount of time that you expect them to be cooked. If you invite somebody in, or if you request and 4 minutes later, 1 minute later, 2 minutes later, you've reminded people 3, 4, 5 times that you have a request up, I can see the goddamn thing. It's right there marked in green. It'll get filled when it gets filled. The more you bug me, the less I want to cook your troop. Okay? Troops take time. And sometimes people are like, I'm on boost, I'm on boost. I don't care if you're on boost. I'm not on boost. Okay? And that's where the problem lies, is that not everybody is on boost when you're on boost. So you got to keep that in mind. You got to remember that on normal cooking times, you know, most troops, big troops anyways, golems, if you're taking that, or if you're taking a load of Vulks, or if you're taking E-Dragon, I mean, you're going to be looking at a 5-minute wait time. So don't start getting too impatient till after 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I agree. I hate coming into the clan. I hate seeing donations that are on there for anything longer than 5 minutes. Each 1 minute over 5 minutes is like an earthquake scale for me. All right, I see one at 5 minutes. Nah, I'm a little ticked off. I see one at 6 minutes. I'm 10 times worse than the scale that was just below. At 7 minutes, oh my god. Okay, 20 minutes. Oh, I'm just about freaking out here. So I don't like seeing the long request either, but there are ways around that. I think if we all work together, we should be able to figure out who has bases as well. We have elders with Town Hall 11s. We have co-leaders with Town Hall 11s. That great moment when your wife walks into your room as you're recording. As I was saying, we do have elders and co's and stuff with Town Hall 11s. Some have Town Hall 12s as well. I think between all of us, we should be able to have an account. And only for the time you're on there, don't park it in there overnight. Leave the room, especially if the clan's full. I mean, we only need a few donators in there at a time. A couple donators at a time, keeping the E-Drag requests, you know, and then when they're done, they should be able to get out of there too, because E-Drags cost a lot of money, so you can't expect one person to be there all day filling everybody with E-Drag requests. Eventually, that person is either going to have to gem a lot, or they're going to have to be doing a lot of side raids as well, which means while they're raiding, they're also not going to be seeing. So I think just pop in for a couple hours, fill some E-Drag requests, you know, pop your account back out, let another guy now come in and fill for a little bit. And then that way it's not going to be too hard on everybody, you know, it's not going to be too demanding as for time, it's not going to be too demanding as for loot. So that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping we can figure this thing out. Oh, this E-Drag problem, I'm telling you, it's one of the worst things that's happening right now. And as you can see, I mean, it's pretty effective in getting those 50%. That E-Drag takes out a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of stuff. Especially if he's in the right spot. Man, one E-Drag to the top corner up there can knock out, you know, 10, 15, 20% of a base. If everything's set up just right. This will be one of those fine cases where the E-Drag is to the top. He's going to get some good damage done. And shooting down that long line, getting 5 buildings in one. That's pretty good. Gonna drop down that that rage now. Getting him a little mad. As you can see, these single buildings, not the best spot to get that E-Dragon locked onto. You may want to remember that before you put down the E-Dragon, you may perhaps want to use, in my situation, I use my heroes first and my golem. I might use a couple of baby dragons just to knock out a building or two to keep your funnel under control. You want to control where that E-Drag is going to go. You don't want to go down. But still, I mean, that E-Drag knocked out a pile. Basically that whole left side. I mean, that's crazy. Using both of his rage, however, on that E-Drag and getting its maximized usage, I still would use that extra rage for the heroes. I think it gets your heroes and your golem a lot further. Gives them a little bit of extra oomph as they go through. And sitting at 45% with 11 baby drags left, still had his spells. Calamity, I mean, she had no troubles there laying down that 50%. And Astro up left. And for those of you that don't know, I'm a huge Astro Boy fan. I grew up watching the original Astro Boy cartoon. Might not be the original. I might be shocked and surprised. Actually, that Astro Boy is probably quite older than that. But I do remember the very, very old Astro Boys in the early 80s. Loved waking up to that show. And Astro not using the E-Drag on this one, but still a nice attack and going to be a great ending. So I figure we should show, because guys still don't need to use these E-Dragons as much. You just think you do. Sometimes it's one of those little things. It's like a trend. It's a fad. Oh no, my buddy's using E-Dragons and he's pushing. I got to use E-Dragons too to push. And here we got Astro in Titans 1. Not going to be using any E-Dragons. Still going with the Baby Loon Queen Walk Strat. And easily showing why it is still a good strat to use. Knocking out a large percentage already. Still getting a bunch of troops back there to back things up. I always like sitting at 30% before that eagle ever is triggered too, or at least sitting in situations like this where you're at 30% and now you have no eagle and you still got, you know, a dozen plus troops left and a spell, plus your hero's still rocking it. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Pretty good. You should be able to lock in there, and Astro going to get the 2 stars, I believe. Showing that in some cases, you know, the old still working better than the new. It's all in how you use it. Just remember that, guys. Good luck in trying to perfect your strats. And thanks so much for watching and for all the support. I will see all of you in the next video. I'm out of here. Peace.